today we got something kind of special going on. Here in about 2 weeks or so, a local anime convention called Akon is going to go ahead and commence. And you know, like most anime fans, I enjoy making cosplays, which is making your favorite costume of, you know, a character from an anime or video game that you enjoy. Been doing that for a few years now. And this year I'm actually making a hunter from the Left 4 Dead 2 video game. I've got my hoodie sitting there just ready to go ahead and get bloodified and, you know, muddied. Then I'll go ahead and start tearing into the sleeves and applying the duct tape as necessary, but I figured if I'm going to go ahead and bloodify this thing, I might kind of do it in a special way, especially with the camera I've got here. We'll go ahead and get some high-speed shots of me shooting little blood packets using my APS Type 96 right there, an airsoft gun that's currently modified to shoot at about 650 feet per second. Yeah, that is over the the local regulations, so I can't actually use this at any field, but it's certainly fun at home. The way I'm doing this is I've got some stage blood there. I'm going to go ahead and put it in some saran wrap, tighten it, twist it up, tighten it, and just kind of hang it on the hoodie there. The pink foam that everything's sitting on is actually going to be behind the hoodie to make sure my shots don't go through the entire hoodie. I really don't need any holes in the back of this thing. So, we'll go ahead and get this set up and get some high-speed shots. So one of the first things that I'm going to go ahead and do with this hoodie is that on the Left 4 Dead Hunter, they've got kind of a brown, a light to dark brown color on the front chest, which I've got some really sludgy, muddy water here of a nice brown color. I don't know if the camera's catching it, but we're going to go ahead and just apply some of that at the top and let it drizzle down on the chest. And hopefully that'll get the color that I'm looking for. Now I've been using some screenshots from the video game as references, so I'm trying to make this as accurate as possible. Now that is really disgusting. We'll let that go ahead and cake on for, you know, just a few minutes. Hopefully it'll stain in. That's what we're looking for. So now we've went ahead and let the muddy water, the muddy kind of paste, cake on for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and use this shovel here to go ahead and smooth it out and kind of scrape off the excess. Inside the shirt. I'll probably be washing the inside out. Right hand washing it. Alright, well, so far it's looking pretty decent. I've got the nasty brown color that I'm looking for. And next we're going to go ahead and fill some packets of saran wrap with some fake blood. We'll pin them on and then we'll shoot them. And we'll go ahead and get some slow motion of that. Now, stage blood is a very interesting kind of compound. It's actually, instead of liquefied, it's almost gelatinous. Try and setting my camera here a little bit closer. Now, as you see here, I went ahead and took some saran wrap. Basically, made a circle with my thumb and forefinger, index finger rather, and poked the saran wrap through, so it made kind of a compartment. Went ahead and poured in some of that really thick, almost like syrupy stage blood, then twisted it up, and I'm using one paper file clip to hold it closed so it keeps that twisted tension, and the other one is pinning it to the zipper I've got there. So once again, like I said, it's kind of got a little bit of pressure in there, so hopefully when I shoot it we get a nice splatter, which is what I'm looking for. Now we're going to go ahead and shoot this and hopefully get a nice kind of splatter design and make it as realistic as possible. So, let's go ahead and do this then. as you can see here, this first packet didn't splatter like I was hoping it was going to. We got very little actual splatter, and it's more just kind of drizzling down, which I'm okay with, but it's not really what I'm looking for. So we're going to go ahead and mix the next batch with a little bit of water, make it some more running, and hopefully this time we'll go ahead and get a much more splattered kind of look. Now this time we went ahead and diluted that thick syrupy stage blood, so it's much more liquidy this time. In fact, it's more food coloring and water at this point, but I'm still getting a very deep red color, which is what I want. And besides, in the game it's almost the blood's not as, you know, vibrantly red as it really needs to be. It's probably because of, you know, aging and coagulation. The blood actually turns kind of brownish by then, but for my purposes this ought to be good enough. Excellent. So this time we got a fairly good splatter. As you can see right there, it was splattered off to the right shoulder, or from what you're looking at, it looks like the left. So we'll go ahead and make a couple more of these, put them around, and have some fun. So this ought to do it. But now, as you can see, we have a lovely spray of blood splattered all across. This spray over here is probably some of the best. It gets a very unique and quite authentic looking spray by doing this. And, of course, some nice video. There's a bit too much brown right in here. I want to go ahead and get maybe 1-2 more packets right there, but we're going to go ahead and get that bloodified on that side. Alright, so now we are officially finished. Got 3 fantastic shots on that. Got a nice little spray on that side. Still not as glorified as this side, but that's perfectly fine. This is quite natural. We've got some red mixing in with the dirt brown, which is perfect. In terms of coloration, this looks fantastic. I'm extremely impressed, and would highly suggest it to anyone else looking to get the same kind of effects. You can, you know, splatter a paintbrush across, you know, your clothing to get that spattered look, but it's going to just make nothing but lines of spattered fake blood. There's nothing quite like having the blood explode on the fabric itself, as we see here. So, anyone going to Akon, hopefully we'll see you there.